Good evening, everyone. The topic for today is percentages 2. Yes. What's the topic for today? Percentages 2. I mean, it's not 2 we can call it as day 2. On that day, we have learned percentages which are important for the, kind of generic questions. Yes, you all know that. These are the kind of questions what we have done. We know the basic calculations we have learned, and the difference between the percentages kind of questions also we have done. Yes or no? The difference between the percentages we have done. Am I right, everyone? Yes. Now, the gap between them is 12% and 12% is 60. I hope you all know that. Yes or no? And we also have done this kind of questions which are based on assumptions as 100. Okay. And also, students, we have done these questions, clear? And I have given a work for you for doing these two. And students, I believe that I remember that this is the TCS question which we have already done. And also, we have done one gate question, if you remember. Say yes or no. Following everybody? We have seen these income-based questions, and I have also given this kind of questions in your Telegram channel. Okay, everyone. So, have you all done this question? The question which I am talking about. कौन बताइए भैया? Have you, sir? Answer is B. Are you sure answer is B, everyone? Yes. Aishwarya also says the answer is B. That's good, Aishwarya. Happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you. Happy Raksha Bandhan. There are some new students here. There are some new students who have taken admission just 2-3 days back. Today also some of the new students are there. Percentages we have continued. Now it's a continuation topic. No matter, if you have not understood, okay, I'll just try to do one thing. I'll just try to, have the backup of all the, all the kind of topics which you have been left in this kind of batch. Following everybody? Yes. And your verbal sessions will also be started. And I am just trying to planning something new for you. Let me just try to full and final all that, and later I'll introduce that things to you. Okay. Here. Chaliye. Let's sort of move forward, everybody. Look at that, a basic question. In an examination, a student got 30% of the maximum marks. Maximum marks means total marks. Believe that the total is 100% paper. What's the paper? 100% paper is there. Are you understanding, everybody? 100% paper is there. In that, a student got 30%. Are you understanding, everybody? So let's say one fellow name is Amit. Amit got 30% of the marks. After getting 30% of the marks, when we check, he failed by 90 marks. Do you think he got 90 marks? No. Students, he did not get 90 marks. He did not get 90 marks. He failed by 90 marks. Means he got less. Believe that this is a border marks. Border. This is a border. Okay. Getting till here, you will pass. But do you think that person Amit is this? Amit getting 90 marks less. Are you understanding, everybody? Chaliye. Now, what did it say here? Another student called one more person. He got 44%. Let it be B. B got 44% of the marks, students. कितना percent आया उसको? उसको 44% of the maximum marks. Out of 100%, he got 44%. मेरे ख्याल से समझ में आ रहा है सबको? And he scored 36 marks? No. He scored 36 marks more than passing marks. Means had he got 36 marks, students? No, he did not get 36 marks. Extra he got. Extra 36 marks. Are you understanding, students? One student failed by 90 marks. One student passed by 36 marks. Are you understanding? Everybody believe that this is a border marks. This is a border marks. One student is standing here. One student is standing here. Following, everybody? Chaliye. So, Sir, one is passing by 36, one is failing by 90. Do you think what is the gap between them? Any idea what is the gap between them? You have to add or subtract. You're supposed to add because this is at the bottom line and this is at the above line. So 36 plus 90. Students, what is 36 plus 90? 126 marks difference between them. Students, what's the difference between them? 126 marks difference between them because one student failed by 90, one student passed by 36. Are you studying? Aishwarya says, like 126. Sakshi also says 126. What is this 126 marks? Is this 126 marks is the first fellow marks or second fellow? No, it's a gap between the marks of the A and B. On this side, you stand and check. You are finding 126 marks less. On this side, you stand and check how much percentage gap we are supposed to see. First fellow got 44%. Second fellow got 30%. So if I see the gap, that is 14%. Students, percentage-wise, 14% gap. Are you understanding, everybody? Percentage-wise, 14% gap. Percentage-wise, 14% gap, and marks-wise, 126 marks gap between the two students. Are you understanding, everybody? Yes or no? Chaliye, let's try to move forward, everybody. Clear? So this 14% is 126. Are you understanding, everybody? What is 14% in this question? 126. How you got 126? 126 is a gap between two students' marks. And what is the percentage gap? Is 14%. So students, what do you understand? That 14% is 126. When 14% is 126, 1%, how to calculate? You send this 14 below. Divide into 14 pieces, it will get one piece. One piece is 9 marks. What is one piece? 9 marks. So you tell me total paper is 1%? No. When 1% is 9 marks, when 1% is 9 marks, so tell me students, paper will be 1% or 100%? 100% paper. Following, everybody? So answer is what? 900 marks paper. What's the question he asks you? Find the maximum marks. What's the maximum marks, students? 900. Are you understanding, everybody? Come on, let me ask you. Have you all understood this? Yes or no? Please let me know. Any one student who have not understood this, I'm ready to explain. This is 126. So this is the data. What we're going to have is this is the data. Students, some people are saying, sir, what shall we do when both are fail? Look at everybody. Listen, this is a border. One fellow failed by 90 marks, one fellow failed by 80 marks. One fellow failed by 90 marks, one fellow failed by 80 marks. Do you think the difference between them, shall I add or subtract? Subtract. 90 minus 80, that is 10 marks gap. How many marks gap? 10 minus gap. So suppose one is failure, one is pass. Pass by 10 marks, pass, fail by 90. In this kind of case, we are supposed to add. Are you understanding what I mean to say? So you should remember that what to do when one failure, one pass. If both are pass, this is 90 pass, this is 30 pass, the gap is 60. But the same fail by 30, we should add. So what is the basic of this question is what? Whenever one student is below the line, that is fail, one student is above the line, pass, we should see the gap is added. Are you understanding, everybody? So we have got that 900 marks is the total marks. Are you understanding, everybody? Chaliye. Students, getting 900 marks is not the final. One more question is going to ask you. Listen on the screen now. What did it say here? Find the maximum marks. You found the maximum marks. The second question is what? Find the passing marks. समझ में आ रहा है? क्या पूछ रहा है? What did he ask you? Find the passing marks. How to get the passing marks? I'll tell you. The story is here. Look, Amit got how much percent? 30%. Amit got how much percent? 30%. So tell me 30% of total 900 marks. What's the total marks? 900. So tell me Amit got 30% of the total. He is not the passing candidates. He got just 30% of 900 marks. Students, do you have any idea what is 30% of 900 marks? You don't know? I'll tell you. So in 900 marks, what is 10%? 90. What is 10%, students? 90. You all know that. Okay. You have to treat this 900 as 100% now. Are you understanding, everybody? So tell me what is 10%? 90. So in 30%, 10% is 90. So 30% is what? 270. What is 30%, students? 270. So tell me, Amitabh got total 900 marks? No, Amit did not get 900. Amit got 30%. That is 270 marks. So tell me, Amit got 270 marks. Do you think Amit pass? No. Even though he got 270 marks, still he wants 90 marks to pass. Even though Amit got 270 marks, still he wants 90 marks to pass. So tell me what's the total? 360. So 900 is the total marks, 360 is the passing marks. Are you understanding how you got this thing? Yes or no? Clear? How? 30% of 900 is 270. Even though he got 270, still he wants 90 to pass because he failed by 90. So we are supposed to add that 90. Following everybody? Third question. What's the third question? Find the pass percentage. Find the what percentage? Pass percentage. Students getting how many marks is pass? Getting 360 marks is pass out of 900 marks. Out of total 900 marks, if you get 360, you will pass. Means 360 out of 900. Let's try to calculate this. 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel 40. So people are saying that it's a 40%. Are you understanding, everybody? I hope you have got how to get this 900. It's very simple. First of all, you got it. Second thing, how to get the pass percentage also I show you. Getting 30%. 30% of 900 is what? 270 plus 90. Why plus 90? Because you got 90 less. Okay, everybody? Clear? Hopefully everybody have understood this question. Chaliye. I want you to do this question, everybody. Come on, I want you to do this question right. 8 marks, 1, pass by 12 marks. Come on, make it faster, everybody. Whatever you have learned right now, I'm giving the same question to you. Make it fast. Mayank also says Delhi. Many people are getting Delhi. Aishwarya, Ravikant, many people says Delhi. I'll give a lot of time. Don't worry, don't worry. Ismail also says Delhi. I'll give a lot of time to you. Make it faster. You found 3 questions: maximum marks, passing marks, and pass percentage. But here, I'm not asking you all the 3 questions. I'm asking you only one question, students, pass percentage, which is very easy for you to get only one question answer. Are you understanding? I'm not giving you 3 questions for you here. I'm giving you only one question. One more bacha, he got 44%. When I just try to see his scorecard, he passed by 12 marks. Are you understanding, everybody? So this is what the data given to you. Yes. Anybody have a doubt or no doubt? Please PDF in the Telegram group. Okay. So you are supposed to do all that, 20 to 25 questions. Okay. I says no doubt. Take it easy, I was just kidding. Yes, I'm explaining you, Shreyas. Let me check, anybody else? Yes, Rupam. Okay, anybody else? Come on. Yeah, but अंदर से एक fear होता है. 59 line I don't know. He got 8 marks less. One more student बच गया, बाल बच गया. He got 44%. When he see the scorecard, he got 12 extra and enjoying. He got borderline 12 extra. So this is the story. So what we have to understand, students, what is the gap in their marks? One is below 8, one is above 12. The difference between them is 20 marks. On this side, if you see the difference, you are finding 20 marks. On this side, you see how much percentage gap. That should also be taken into consideration. Marks wise, 20 marks gap between them. And percentage wise, 44% minus 39%. Hope students you have understood that, 5%. So tell me, how much is the gap, student? 5% gap. Oh, that's what. Are you understanding, everybody? Yes or no? Okay, now 5% is 20 marks. I'll repeat once again. Don't be, confused. 5%, 20 marks. I'll tell you once again. Okay. 5% 20 marks. फिर से बोलूं? It might be funny for you. 5% 20 marks. Acha, 5% 20 marks. I want 1%. So how to get 1%? Just divide by 5 pieces. That's it. Okay. So 4 marks. Are you understanding, everybody? Yes or no? So tell me, beta, what is 4 marks? 1%. 4 marks, 1%. है ना, तुमको लग रहा होगा सर why is shouting like this? But the logic is here only. 4 marks, 1%. 4 marks, 1%. I repeat once again. 4 marks, 1%. बोलो 8 marks. बोलो students, what is 8 marks? 2%. What is 8 marks? 2%. So tell me, this is minus 8%. What is this, students? Minus 8%. So tell me how much percent less? 2% less. Are you understanding? Now let's check it out here. Amit got 39%. How much percent less he got? 2% less. So we can say the answer is 41%. Passing marks is what's the answer? 41%. अगर उसको 2% आया होता, if he would have got 2%, ना, he would have passed. So 39, 2% less, 41. Hope you all people have understood this. No need of total marks in this question now. No need of passing marks. Directly you can tell the third answer, pass percentage, looking at this data. Hope you all people have understood. I'll tell you, Jashwant. I'll tell you. Sab bataunga. Let's try to see once again everybody on the screen now. It's a very common this thing, Jashwant. I'll tell you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Students, once again, I'm doing this question for you. Diffrax. 1% stands for divide by 5 parts. 4. Got it? So you all know that 4 marks stands for 1%. Got 44%. Bittu got 44%. When you see extra, how much extra percent he got? 3% extra. So with the help of this common sense, I say 44%, he got 3% extra. So what are you going to do? 41% is the passing marks, passing percent. Is this okay, everyone? अभी समझ में आया? Border marks or passing marks. One student is writing, but he did not reach this year. He reached only this. He got 90 marks less, or you can say 8 marks less. He is not able to reach the border marks. He is not even getting the extra marks, Jashwant. He failed by 8 marks, means he is below only. Sorry, 8 marks less, means he is below. He is standing here. One fellow got 12 marks extra. He is standing here. So tell me, don't you think, Jashwant, the gap is more? So that's the reason we should add this. 12 plus 8 is 20. Suppose both are failure. मैं भी fail, तुम भी fail. Are you understanding? दोनों fail. One student failed by 8 marks. He is already below. And another fellow खुशी खुशी वो भी नीचे आ गया. Are you understanding, everybody? So both are standing on the same side. Don't you think the closeness is near? So only 4 marks gap. Are you understanding, Jashwant? The clarity is there. What to add, why not to add? Based questions. Listen to this question, everybody, carefully. Listen very carefully. In an election contested by Amit and Bittu, believe that in an election contested by Amit and Bittu, Amit, a candidate, got 56% of the valid votes. How much? 56% of the total vote. And won with a majority of 1440 votes. And he is winning with a majority of 144. Majority means extra. He got majority votes, something. Yeah, Prasanna Kumar, you can remember like that. Same sign, you can remember like that also. Okay, clear? So he's asking you, what is the total number of valid votes? Understood the question? What is the total number of valid votes? So same question we are doing, students. Let the total number of marks or total percent, 100% or 100 marks or 100 votes. Are you understanding, everybody? Remember, just like in the previous question, what we have done, students, total is 100%. Same fashion, we are taking total as 100. Listen everybody carefully. Let the total are 100 votes. In that, A got 56%. A got 56%. Cent. That's the reason I took cent. And B got the rest of the votes. How much? 44%. Following everybody? They did not get equal votes. A got 56%, B got 44%. This is a very common sense he told in the question. So let's try to see the gap here. The gap between the votes is 1? No. 12 votes gap. A is winning by 12 votes. A is winning by how many votes? 12 votes. Listen everybody. If the total votes are 100, students, if the total votes are 100, what is the difference in their votes? What's the difference in their votes? The difference in their votes is 12. A got 56%, B got 44%. Following everybody? The difference in their votes is 12. The difference in their votes is 12. So I am telling you one thing. If the total votes are 100, what's the difference in their votes? 12. If the total votes are 100, the difference in their votes is 12. But students, whatever we have done so far, is this real? No. This is assumption. What is this, students? This is assumption. Assume that 100 votes are there. Really 100 votes are not there. So in your assumption of 100 votes, how many votes A lost? A lost by 12 votes. So students, I'm asking you, what is this 1440 votes? Yes. A wins by a majority of 1440 votes. In my elections, what's the majority? 12. In my elections, what's the majority? 12. But in real votes, it is 1440. Then we have to find out real total. You have to compare with the assumption. This is assumption, student. In 100, we have a gap of 12. Then what is the gap over here? Understanding everybody? Yes or no? So, but this we can get by cross multiplication. 100 into 1440 divided by 12. 12 ones are 12, 12s are 1440. So answer is what? 12,000. So could you please tell me, students, who is this 12,000? This 12,000 is total votes. Which total votes? Real total votes. Which total votes? Real total votes. How you got this 12,000? In my 100, the gap is 12. If the real is 1440, then real. Are you understanding, everybody? Yes. Yes. No worries. You can do like this also. 12% stands for 1440. What is 100%? Like that also you can do it. Okay. But this is one of the best way of understanding this question. This is the assumption. This is the reality. Following everybody? Yes or no? That's good. Find the total number of valid votes. Make it faster, everyone. Kiran, Ismail, Vaishnavi, all these people are saying Prajakta, Sumol Agarwal. That's good. 12,000. Between them is 30%. Majority is 30%. Abhishek, 30% is what, Abhishek? 30% is 3780. The 10% is 126. 100% is what? 12600. as you all people got it. Are you understanding, everybody? That's good. So these kind of commonly asked questions. That's good. So these kind of commonly asked questions will be given to you. So answer you people got is 12,600 watts. Over till here. That's good. Little easy question you people have done. But students, let me ask you that. Nowadays, electronic voting machines are there, EVM we call. But in the olden days, do you think EVM used to be there? No. There used to be a ballot box where you have to go and take one slip. On the slip will be something like this. You have a party symbol, party name, party symbol, party name, party symbol, party name. And you are supposed to put a stamp. Do you think that the people who are voting are all of same age group? No. Some people are very old. They might be very old and they will shiver. Bolo beta, kahan lagana hai vote? Like this. Do you think this kind of vote may happen? Yes, definitely. ऐसे भी votes आ सकते हैं. So do you think if this voting is done like this, is this a valid vote? No, it's a invalid vote. Just try to understand that this is an invalid vote. Whatever you told me the answer, 12,600 are total votes or total valid votes. They are total valid votes, whatever you got the answer. Are you understanding, everybody? But there's a chance that some invalid votes are also there in that. Following, everybody? So, what is the another question? Have a listen, everybody. If 10% of the total votes were invalid, if 10% of the total votes are what votes? Invalid votes. Then we are supposed to find out the total number of voters. Listen, one step extra I'm teaching you. Listen. If the total, all the votes are 100, in that valid will be how much? According to our 10% are invalid. When 10% are wastage, so tell me in the assumption 100, how many are good votes? 90 are good votes. 10% are invalid, you remove that. So in 100, how many are valid? 90. So this is assumption, student. This is not the reality, assumption. But what's the real valid? The real valid votes are 12,600. What's the real valid votes? 12,600. I want the total voters. Can we? Yes. So we can do 100 into 12,600 divided by what? 90. 90 ones are 90. This thing, answer is 14,000. Tell me, students, what's the difference between this 14,000 and this 12,600? This 12,600 is what? Total valid votes. And who is this 14,000? The 14,000 is total number of voters. How many voters are there in the list? 14,000 people are there in the list. So in that 10% got wastage. Listen, 10%. What is 10%? 1,400. In 14,000, 10% is 1,400. You all know that. 10% is 1,400. You remove 1,400 votes. 12,600. Same answer, you got it. Understood, everybody? So you should understand that how you got this 14,000. Understood, everybody? Suppose you told 20% wastage, so 80% are good. Suppose you told you 5% wastage, so 95% are valid. Suppose you told you 10% are wastage, 90% are valid. ऐसा भी हो सकता है. Like this also the questions will be given to you. Following, everybody? Yes. Understood. मैं जानता हूँ, you all people are genius, you know, because everybody says the answer in a perfect manner. Are you understanding, everybody? That's good. That's good, students. So let's try to move forward now. This question I would like to teach you once. Listen to this question very carefully. Later, you do the question on your own. Following? Listen, everybody. In this question, I told you, in an election contested by Agra and Bangalore, two persons are there, Agra and Bangalore, 60% of the voters promised to vote for A. 60% of the voters promised, just promised. No, Prasanna Kumar, we cannot do like that. That's what Prasanna Kumar, that the assumption is wrong. Okay, listen everybody. Two contestants are there, A and B. Listen very carefully. He told you 60% of the voters are promised to vote for A. Means, let the total number of votes. Let the total number of votes are 100. Is it pakka? Do you think if the total number of votes are 100, do you think 50-50? No. Who told 50-50? Nobody told 50-50. Let's try to see the question properly. 60% of the voters are promised to vote for A. तो क्या करोगे यहाँ पर 60? And rest for B. What's the rest? 40. Understood till here, everybody? So, do you think these people voted? No. You are misunderstanding. They have not voted. वो बोलते हैं ना शपथ. That's what. They have promised. सब मिल गया उनको. पैसा, सब liquor विकर सब मिल गया. Sit. You will get the vote. Are you understanding? They told. They promised the leader. We will vote you. They promised the leader. We will 100% vote you, sir. तुम फिक्र मत करो. जाओ. हम तुमको ही वोट डालेंगे. क्यों फिक्र कर रहे हो? Like this, they have promised. How many people promised to vote for A? 60. How many people promised to vote for A? 60. And the rest for whom? B. Are they voted? No. They are the people who are just promised. Okay, everybody? Chaliye. Now, listen to the question, everybody. Some people might be in the session who are doing this question, but don't do it. Just listen first. However, on the day of election, 50% of the voters went back on their promise to vote for A. However, on the day of election, 50% of the voters went back on their promise to vote for A and instead voted for B. And instead they have voted for whom? B. Do you think all the people who are promised to vote for A are voting for B? No, not all the people who promised. Sir, in that 50% of the people who promised to vote for A, they have voted for B. So let's try to calculate, students, what is 50%? 50% of, not total, no, 50% of, not B, 50% of the people who promised to vote for A. So tell me 50% of 60 people. Well, what's that? 30. Those 30 people have voted for B. Are you understanding, everybody? Is it clear? Now let's try to go across and just try to see. 10% of the voters went back on their promise to vote for Bangalore. Something has happened that side also. 10% of the voters went back on their promise to vote for Bangalore. 10% of these Bangalore people, they went back on their promise and instead voted for Agra. Means some hera-pheri is going on. So tell me, so I am telling you, 10% of the people who promised to vote for Bangalore. Do you have any idea, students? What is 10% of 40? That is 4. 10% of 40. Have any idea what is 10% of 40? Just try to remove one zero. That is 4. Isn't it, everybody? What that 4 people are doing? They are voting for whom? A. I hope you all people have understood. Is it fine, everybody? So, what did he say, students, here? 50% went here and 10% came here. So, let's see final selections here. 60 minus 30. What is 60 minus 30? 30. Plus 4, because 4 people are joining. So, this is 34. Following, everybody? In 40, you subtract 4 plus add 30. It will be 66. So, students, do you know what is this? These people are voted. Then tell me, students, what is this? These people are promised. Are you understanding, everybody? So, we have to see the results here only. A got 34 votes, B got 66 votes. If I look at the election, who lost the elections in these two? Students, A lost the elections. Who lost the elections? A lost, because A got less votes. A got less votes compared to B. Let's check it out, students. How many votes he got less? The gap. What's that? 66 minus 34. We got 32. So students, we have understood that the difference in their votes are 32. The difference in their votes are 32. If my total 100, listen everybody what I am doing here. If my total is 100, my difference is 32. Students, whatever I have done so far is assumption. There is no real 100 votes. There are no really 60, no really 40, no really 34, no really this thing, no real. All these are assumptions. These are all what data, students? These are all assumption data. So please tell me, who is this then? Sir, the question which is given to you, the number which is given to you, this question is a real number, real voters, so real difference. If the real difference is 1440, then what is the total number of votes? Understood what I am teaching you? In my 100, I have a gap of 12. If the real gap is 1440, then what's the real total? Following everybody? Chaliye, let's try to check it out here. 100 into 1440 divided by 32. It comes to a calculation. I believe you know that it goes in which table, students? Any 845, sir. So 45 into this thing. Answer is what? Chennai. Are you understanding, everybody? So you have to understand this in election questions. Some hera-pheri is going on. These people promised, these people promised. Promised, they did not vote. Who voted? Some person went here, some person went here. Final numbers, you know that. See the final gaps and to get the answer. समझ में आ रहा है, everybody? Yes or no? Come on. I would like to ask you only one thing. Yes? In GATE 2014, we have got this question. It's the same copycat question. Make it faster. We have got 4 options. क्या होता? 4 है ना स्टूडेंट्स? 40 का 10% क्या होता? 4. If 10% is 4, students, what is 5%? 2. Half of 10%. This we have learned in the percentages 1. Students, what is 15%? That is 6. 6 people are going and voting for that fellow. Are you understanding, everybody? Same fashion. 25% of the voters went back on their promise to vote for B. How much? 25% of the voters went back on the promise to vote for B. They are fed up with B and instead voted for A. So 25% of 60. Students, 25% of 60, I don't know. If 100% is 60, 50% is 30. If 50% is 30, bole 25% is what? 15. So 15 is 25%. I hope you know how to calculate all these things in a previous session. Good. So we have to do the basic. From 60, you separate 6 and add 15. So the number you're going to have here is 49. When here is 49, here is 51. Definitely. So if I ask you, students, what the gap between them, 2 votes gap. I can understand that, sir, 2 students gap is there. Not students, we count 2 voters. Are you understanding, everybody? How many voters gap? 2 voters gap. So let's see here. If my total is 100, my difference is what, students? 2. Assumption, not reality. Then what is this 140? This 140 is reality. A lost by 140. In my elections, A lost by 2 votes. In reality, A lost by 140. Then get the total. So 100 into 140 divided by 2. Answer is 7,000, as you all have got the answer. Means from here, I'm increasing the length by 20%. 20 rectangular plot. The length is increasing by how much percentage? 20%. Are you understanding what I mean to say? Listen, everybody. I have got a rectangular plot. What am I doing is I am increasing the length by 20%. Means from here I am increasing the length by 20%. Following everybody? This is no more available. Length is increased by 20%. What it is give students, whereas the breadth is increased by 10%. Whereas the breadth is increased by 10%. Means this is increased by 10%. Like that. Means it's no more available. That. Don't you think students area also increases? When length of a rectangular plot increases, breadth also increases. Don't you think the area of the land also increases? So that's what. वही तो है question. By what percentage there is an increase or decrease in the rectangular plot? By what percent there is an increase or decrease in the rectangular plot? What area? By what percent increase or decrease in the area of the rectangular plot? When length jump, breadth jump, area kitna jump is the prashna. Are you understanding, everybody? Clear? So let's check it out, everybody. I'm teaching you something. Clear? We have got one basic formula for this thing. Area is equal to length into breadth. We all know that. So whenever we have product of two numbers, means P is acting like area, first number and second number. I repeat once again. P is a product of two numbers, number 1 and number 2. When the first number jump by A%, second number jump by B%, area jump by how much percent? That can be written like this. Listen, everybody. A plus B plus AB by 100. Understand the formula, everybody? The formula is A plus B plus AB by 100 is the final answer. So let's try to replicate the same question with area. Area is equal to length into breadth. Length into breadth. Students, what did it say? Length is increased by 10%. Students, length is increased by 10%. Whereas breadth is increased, yes, breadth also increased by, length is increased by 20%. Length is increased by 20%. Breadth is increased by 10%. Following, do you think this is matching with the given formula? Yes, this is matching with the given formula. Yes or no? Chaliye. So what's the area? Area jump by this much percent. Let's try to find out the area jump. 20 plus 10 plus 20 into 10 divided by 100. We'll calculate here. 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel. 20 plus 10, that is 30, 32. The answer is 32%. Answer is Agra. Are you understanding, everybody? Say yes or no. Jump by this thing, area jump by finally how much? 32%. This is the way you are supposed to get. Length jump, breadth jump, area also jump. B plus formula. Explain the formula. Conditions apply. Come on, please tell me. Many students are in the session. Please tell me what is the condition of this formula. Any idea, students? What is it? Yes, sir. याद रहा तो Understood what I mean to say? Understanding, students, everybody? The condition of this formula, धीरज नहीं पता है तुमको, बहुत सिंपल कंडीशन है. क्या है वो? याद रहा तो. For every formula, you should have one condition. That formula have to be remembered. That's the first condition of the formula. Are you understanding, everybody? Yes. Let's try to do without the help of formula. Everybody. Yes, Rupam, also see here. We will get the same answer, 32%. How will get the same answer? 32%. Everybody, have a look, everybody. Let the, you all know that area is equal to length into breadth. Area is equal to length into breadth, you all know that. So let the area be 100, everybody. Yes. Let the area be 100, students. And one Ismail is saying let the area be 100, length be 50 and breadth be 2. 2 into 50 is 100. Ismail, ऐसा मत करो. ये गुना है, गुना. चलिए. Student, let a product be 100. Who is product? Length is product or breadth is product or area is product? Student, area is product. Who is product? Area is product. So let the product be 100. Listen everybody carefully. I don't know Hindi much. Okay, Prasanna Kumar. This is what the problem with me. I have to handle both kind of students. Anyways, I have to be sticking to English only for this. Chaliye, everybody, let the area be 100. Let the area be 100. First number increase by 20%. Everybody, shall I increase 20%? Yes. Students, if I increase 100 by 20%, the number will be 120, right? Good. Stop there only. Second gap. Breadth is increased by 10%. Breadth is increased by 10%. Shall I increase 10% once again? Yes. 10% shall I increase? Yes. In 120, 10% is 12. In 120, 10% is 12. So increase 12. So when you increase 12, so 120 plus 12, it will be 132, students. Over till here. First how much jump? 20% jump. Second how much jump? 10% jump. Acha, what is the previous area? 100. What is the new area? 132. Tell me how much is the increase in the area? Is this increase in the area is 100 or 32? 32%. Once again, 32%. We got the same answer, 32%. Are you understanding, everybody? So we have done this question without the help of formula. Are you understanding? Formula also okay, but successive percentage increases will also give the best answer. No, it's a wrong thing, okay? Second time increasing by 10%. I got the same. Understood, Rupam? But there are some students in the class. Sir, why did you increase 20% first? And why you increase 10% later? Can I increase this thing and this thing? Yes, we can. We can. Listen, students, we are doing once again. Listen. Let the area be 100. First time I'm not increasing 20%. I'm increasing 10%. Chalo, beto, in 100, what is 10% increase? Bolo students, everybody, that will be 110. 100 में 10% is 110. Now, second time I'm increasing 20%. 20%. I don't know 20%. Do you know what is 10%? 12. In 110 students, what is 10%? What is 10%? 11. When 10% is 11, bolo what is 20%? 22. 20% is 22. 110 plus 22 is 132. So we can understand that the total area is how much? 100. 32%. Answer is 32%. Hope you all people have understood this one. Do it. So for what? Product of two numbers. Where we can use this one, students? Product of two numbers. Who is area? Area is length into breadth. Following, everybody? Chaliye. Now listen, everybody. What did he say here? In a company, the price of a television increased by 20%, whereas the number of TVs sold decreased by 20%. Find the percentage change in the sales of the company. Students, let me ask you one small question. Suppose you have one plastic shop. Shreya, your doubt is in this question. Okay, everything is there in a pipeline. Look, Aishwarya already got it. But please wait. I'll give you for certain questions, Aishwarya. Good. Suppose you have one plastic shop. Your father has one plastic furniture shop. And you are sitting in that shop, and one day you sold 4 plastic chairs. How many plastic chairs? 4. These 4 plastic chairs definitely have got price. Suppose believe that you have sold each plastic chair for 400 rupees. For 400 rupees, you sold each plastic chair like that 4 plastic chairs. So tell me the number. Number is 1600. Students, if I ask you, who is this 1600? Is this 1600 is a profit? No, this is not your profit. Is this 1600 rupees your expenditure? No, this is not your expenditure. So this 1600 is nothing but sales of the company. What is the 600? Sales. How did you get the sales? Number of TVs into the price of each TV is the sales of the company. Hope you have understood that. So students, my question is that one day what happened? There's a 20% increase, 20% increase in the price. Price went by 20% up. So tell me what happened to the number of TVs sold? The number of TVs sold decreased by 20%. Understood, Shreya? One is going up, one is coming down. So what happened to the sales? Students, can I replicate the same thing with your formula? Area is equal to length into breadth. Students, I am replicating the same thing with the previous question. In the previous question, students, we call it as length and breadth. But here we are telling one is acting like price. One is acting like price. One is acting like the number of units. Now area should be sales. Everything is same. So do you think this sales question also we can do with help of formula A plus B plus AB by 100? Yes, we can do with help of formula also. Can we do the same question using that 100 assumption? Yes, we can do both methods. So we all know that 100 is easy for us. Let the number be 100. Who? Sales. When you took area as 100, now sales as 100. Everybody listen. First number is decreased, 20% down, 20% down, 20% down, 80. In 100, 20% is 20, down, that is 80. In the second one is 20% up, 20% up. Now students, we have to calculate 20% of this 80, not 100, 20% of 80. In 80, what is 20%? मुझे नहीं पता, तुम्हें नहीं पता. Let's try to find out. 10%. What is 10%? 8. In 80, 10% is 8, you should always remember. Remove 1 0, it will be 10%. When 10% is 8, again I'm telling 10% is 8, but better 20% is what? 16. What is 20%? 16. Shall I add 16? So tell me what's that? 96. What is the previous sales of the company? 100. What is the new sales of the company? 96. So do you feel that the sales is increasing? No. Do you feel that the sales is decreasing? Yes. How much it is decreasing? 4. How much is decreasing? 4%. That's the reason we took 100. For every 100, 4 rupees down. So I can say it is 4% decrease. Are you understanding, everybody? I can say that is 4% decrease. Yes. I hope you all bachi. I believe 4% down. I want one extra question. Extra question, please come. Chalo. This is the extra question which have come in this yellow color. What is this yellow color says? Listen everybody. If the present sales of the company is 700 crores, then what is the new sales of the company? Are percentage keep with you only. Don't tell me percentage. Tell me what is the new sales. Understood what my question is all about? One extra question I'm asking you. If the present sales is 700 crores, listen everybody. If the present sales is 700 crores, new sales also 700 crores. No, sir. It's not same. It is decreasing. Students, tell me how much the sales is decreasing. If present sales is 700, in future you don't have 700. You have how much down, students? 4% down. You already learned that. How much down? 4% sales decreasing. I don't know 4%. 70 is 10%. What is 70? 10%. 7 is 1%. In 700, 7 is 1%. We learn this thing every basic way. 1% is 7. 1% is 7. 1% is 7. 1% is 7. How many times shall I tell you? 4 times, because 4%. 4% is what? 28. So that 28 we are supposed to subtract. So the best answer is what? 600 and what is that? 72. Are you understanding, everybody? 4% is down, but what is the new sales? So new sales will not be same 700 crores. It is 672 crores. That's it. Are you understanding, everybody? I believe that you all people are understanding this. Yes or no? So who have to be taken 100? Always taking sales as 100. Remember, everybody. Are you understanding, everybody? Clearly. That's good. Let's try to move forward, everyone. Let's try to move forward, everyone. Let me just try to teach you one more question on the same concept, because these are the regularly asked questions. Listen. So, area is equal to length into breadth. So, sales is equal to the number of units into, the number of units into price of each. But now this is a new question which is asking you once again. Listen, everybody. Suppose you have labor. Do you think for a labor or workers, whatever you call, do you think for a worker you'll give a salary? Yes, believe that. You have got a good house and you forgot to construct the gate properly. So construction of gate is left. For construction of the gate, 4 workers are working. How many workers are working? 4. Each worker you are paying 400 rupees. How many rupees? 400 rupees you are paying to each worker. Well, how many workers are working? 4. So 4 workers into 400 rupees salary is 1600. Do you think is 1600 rupees is your sales of the house? No. Is 1600 rupees is the area of the house? No. Then who is this 1600 rupees? This 1600 rupees is construction cost. Who is the 1600 construction cost? So can we do this question also? Yes, sir. So who is acting like the product? Construction cost is acting like a product. Who is the first number? Workers. Who is the second number? Salary. One day what happens, sir? Salary went up. Workers also more. Don't you think construction cost also get affected? Yes, why not? So area, sales, all these have the same meaning. All these have the same meaning. So one day, the number of workers are increased by 1/5. Students, do you know any idea what is 1/5? 20%. In percentages, 1/5 is 20%. And the workers are decreased by 1/4. Workers are decreased by 1/4. 1/4 means how much, students? 25%. Understood, everybody? So I want this new question. Find the percentage change in the construction cost. Can we do it? Yes, please do it, everybody. Come on, bachcha log. There are some new students who have come here. They should also get the answer. Construction cost. Please do this one also. If the present construction cost is 15,600, can I expect the new construction cost also 15,600? Come on. If the present construction cost is 15,600, Aishwarya, what is the new construction cost? Rupam says it is 1440. 14,040. %10% is 1560. 1560 subtract, because 10% it will be less. That is 14,040. This is the gate question once again. So people give this kind of questions to you. Just proceed. I believe you all people have got this one. Yeah. Now once again, listen, everybody. If the price of a sugar is increased by 10%, yes, Arun, that's good. Price of the sugar and the quantity you eat, is decreased now. Price went up, quantity is down. So when you multiply price into quantity, what will you get? I'll tell you. Suppose you have purchased 4 kilos sugar. Suppose you purchase 4 kilo sugar, each kilo is 40 rupees. So tell me, students, 4 into 40 is 160 rupees. Is this 160 rupees your sales or expenses? We call it as expenses. Monthly expenses. How much quantity you purchase and what's the price of each quantity. Suppose you have taken 4-liter petrol. For your bike, you have taken 4-liter petrol. Per liter is 10 rupees, for example. So tell me what is 4 into 10? 40 rupees. Is this 40 rupees is your expenses? Yes. Are you understanding, everybody? Yes or no? Same. Everything is same. Many people are answering. That's good. Let the number be 100. 200. Expenses. Always take this value as expenses. So many people are answering this. First number jump, increase by 10%. That is 110. Second number decrease by 10%. 110. For 110 students, 10% is 11. So 11 rupees down. Final number is 99. So let me just tell you very clearly, when the expenses are 100, now you need not spend 100 rupees, you have to spend only 99 rupees. Tell me how much less? 1% decrease. I am happy that many people are answering these questions. Capgemini has given. If a radius of a circle increase by 10%, find the percentage change in area of circle. Come on, students. If the radius is increased by 10%, find the percentage change in the area. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Instantly, you're telling that. You're not applying any formula, first of all. You're not writing any kind of XY. That's good. So, concept of 100. Let the area be 100, students. Area is what, students? Pi r square means r one time or two times. First r 10% jump. Definitely second r also 10% jump. Na? Pi the constant, leave the constant. Isn't it radius one time or two times? Two times. Are you understanding? So 10% jump. That is 110. Again 10% jump. 10% of 110 is 11, 121. So tell me what's the area? It's 21%. Are you understanding, everybody? So it was not my question. This question is the side of the square is increased by 10%. Definitely what's the area increase in the square? Is that what is instead of that we are radius into radius? No, area is side into side. Formulas are same. Product of two numbers. Let's go for the next question, everybody. Listen, everybody. Everybody, please try to listen to this thing. Everybody, sir, we have done one question. Listen to this question very carefully. If the number of workers, increase by 20%, we have done this question. If the number of workers increase by 20% and salary of each worker is decreased by 25%. Workers are increased by 20% and salary is decreased by 20%. Tell me what should be there in the construction cost, please. Please tell me, students, what should be coming in this construction cost? Make it faster, everybody. Sonia also says there is 10% decrease. So many people says it's 10% decrease. Are you sure? That's good, students. I'm happy. Same question you are doing and same question you have done. Students, you are saying 10% decrease. I'm happy. You are saying 10% down. But my question is, sir, why will you give me always worker salary and ask me construction cost? Why will you give me length and breadth and always ask me area? Why will you give me always, number of units into price and always, tell me sales? This time, I'm making a small twist here. Listen, everybody. I will give you salary. I will give you workers. I will give you construction cost. I'm hiding salary. This is what my question is. Understood my question, everybody? Listen to this question, everybody. Construction cost is equal to workers into salary. Construction cost is nothing but workers into salary. Workers into salary. I gave you construction cost. I gave you workers, but I'm hiding salary. So can we find out this? Yes. Can we find out this? Yes. How to do 100? Students, let the number be 100. Listen to the question very carefully. Let the number be 100. Who 100? Construction cost. Same as usual. Bolo students, who 100? Construction cost. Do you think two numbers are given to you? No, only one number is given to you. How much first number? 20% down. 20% down. What is 20% down, students? 80. Following? I'm teaching you. Second number, sir, not given. Not given. Second number is given, students? No, it's not given. Remember, we are supposed to find out that second number. But what number is given to you? Final number is given to you. What is the construction cost? Construction cost is 10% down. What is construction cost? 10% down. What is the present construction cost? 100. If the present construction cost 100, new construction cost also 100. No, no, sir. The new construction cost is not 100. He told you, na, the new construction cost is 10% down. So tell me, what shall I write down here? 90. What shall I write down here? 90. How did you get that 90? Said 10% less. So tell me, students, using these two numbers, can you tell me what's the gap? Yes, I can decide what's the gap. Bolo students, what's the gap? This is 80. This is 90. What's the gap? 10. What's the gap? 10. Are you understanding, everybody? Yes or no? What's the gap? 10. So, did we do any mistake? No. This is 10. Students, have you got the correct answer? This is 10%. 20% up, 120, 21, yeah. Now, let's try to calculate the area here. That is 10%. Oh, I'm sorry. This is 20% increase now, students. I'm sorry. Tanmay is saying, I'm sorry, Tanmay. This is decrease I wrote. This is 20% increase. I'm sorry, Tanmay. Yes, Ravikant. This is the mistake. Okay, this is 120. I'm sorry. This is 120. Students, now tell me, what is the gap between these two numbers? Students, what's the gap between these two numbers? 30. What's the gap? 30. So we can decide the second number. 30%, no, this is 30 per 120. What is 30 per 120? 30 ones are, 30 120s are. 1 by 4. What is 1 by 4? Same answer, students. 1 by 4 means nothing but 25%. Look, I'm showing you 25% right now by removing this one. We got the same 25% here. But 25% increase or decrease? Decreasing. 120 becomes 90 now, so it is 25% decreasing. Are you understanding, everybody? Kiran, it's not 30. Yes, as you said, 30%. What is that? 30%. No. It's 30%. No. 30 per 120. 30 per 120 means 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is 25%. Are you understanding what is my intention of this question? My intention of this question is, it's not compulsory I should give you workers and salary always and ask you construction cost. Sometimes I will give you construction cost and ask you something which is missing of two numbers. Are you understanding, everybody? Is that fine? So let's try to do it once again here. Area is equal to length into breadth. Area is equal to length into breadth. So, the length is decreased by 25%. The length is decreased by how much percent, students? 25%. And the area is decreased by 10%. What happened to the breadth? Understood my question, everybody? Why shall I give you always length and breadth and ask you area? ऐसे थोड़ी है. I wanted to give you length and I'm hiding your breadth. And instead of that, I'm giving you area percentage. Can we do this question, everybody? Yes? Chaliye, you do it and get the answer for me. Make it faster, everyone. You do this thing and get the answer for me. Come on, make it faster. The middle number? Yes, we can decide the middle number. Could you please tell me what's the middle number? Middle number is how much? 15. 75, 90 have a gap of 15. So students, can we call 15%? No, it's not 15%. It is 15 per 75. 15 per 75 means 17, 15 ones are 15 fives are 1 by 5. 1 by 5 in terms of percentage, it is 20%. So is it increase or decrease? We can find out here, students. It is increased. Are you understanding, everybody? Yes or no? So this kind of question was given. Are you understanding, everybody? This kind of question was given. Clear? So this is the end of the session. This is the end of the session, but I just want you to do one question. I just want you to do one question, everybody. Do this. Sales, the number of tickets, price. Come on, I want you to do this question. The last question of the session from percentages. % down. So what happened to the number of tickets? If you all know that, let the second number is not given to you. Only one number is given to you. Second number is not given to you. Unless other number is not given to you. But say extra. In future, you have 28% extra. Do you have any idea, students, what is 28% extra? 28% extra. 28% extra. Now 100 now. In future, not 100. So is it 48%? No, it is not 48%. It is 48 per 80. 48 per 80. So 48 upon 80 into 100. 0, 0 get cancelled. 8 ones are 8, 6 are 6 and 10. Answer is 60%. But is it 60% increase? Yes, it is increase. You can check it out. The gap is increasing. What percentages? 2 days we have spent following everybody. And tomorrow we're going to have profit and loss. Again, profit and loss is for 2 days. Here, I'll be sharing you a PDF of percentages. On that day, I have shared you, trains I have shared you, boards I have shared with you, races I have shared. Transparent distance PDF also I'll be sharing you right now. Transparent distance PDF and percentages PDF. This I'll be